What is up? Welcome into Driving the Nightline. My name is Alan Bell, and we've got a different kind of show for you today. All right, so usually in the afternoons, 3 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Central, we're usually going to be going after the ACC and the Mountain West Conference. All right, those are the two college basketball, but they are not playing today. All right, what is playing today and playing out is a massive indictment here from the Department of Justice about sports betting. And we need to talk about this because it's real. So if you're here for picks, I don't have them today. Our leagues are off, but I think that you're going to enjoy this because we need to talk about this. All right. And you're going to, well, we'll talk about it. All right. So it's not me that's going to do the explaining. All right. Let me bring in CBS News.
70-page charging document. Players at some name brand major college basketball programs have been bribed, allegedly, to tank their performances to enrich sports gamblers. These are some rather large school programs at which this is allegedly happening, from the Big East, schools like St. John's and DePaul and Georgetown, to Conference USA and other major conferences, schools like Tulane, Western Michigan, McNeese State, Nichols State. According to the charging documents, some of the alleged schemers, including some former college players, were getting to current college players and bribing them to take a dive or to dial back their performance to, in fact, shave points so that the bettors could capitalize on betting the point spreads in the games. These charging documents actually list specific games in which this happened and specific players accused of taking a dive. This could be remarkably injurious to college basketball if the allegations are true, and we'll.
All right, so let me just say this. First off, I'd appreciate CBS News for the assist on that. I wanted to bring them in. Number one, that was not me clicking the pin. That was him. Number two, that was not my cell phone going off. That was them. I used to be a producer at CBS. I would have been going crazy in that control room saying, vibrate the phone and throw the pin. Yeah. Jared, you called it yesterday, B. Kent State was an obvious one earlier this year, 48% field goal percentage on 20 free throw game, many lost 100%. So this is what we need to talk about. It is a real thing, okay? And as a sports bettor, there's a lot of different ways that we need to be looking at this. Number one, not good for the industry of sports betting and sports bettors as a whole. Legally, I'm not a lawyer, but I can tell you that, and I say you as in me and all of us, that number one, there's an expectation of a level playing field that when you are conducting business and transactions with sports books. What am I getting at? There's absolutely going to be class action lawsuits over this. Don't know when, don't know how, don't know who. I'm not a lawyer. There are other people much more intelligent than I am to speak on that. However, I can say this, there will be class action lawsuits. What can you do as a sports bettor? Number one, I would be paying it, and we'll do all this on Driving the Line here, but I would be paying attention to these schools, these teams, all right, that are alleged to have been involved. Okay? If you've bet on any of these teams at any moment, I would be preserving that history. I would be downloading your history. Save that. Number two, what I would also be doing, if you have bet on any of these teams, I would be going in your books and I would be disputing every single one of them. Every single one of them. Okay? If you want something to type in, Department of Justice has found this game, this team to be fixed, etc. Keep it short and sweet. That said, though, you have rights as a sports bettor. And again, that is not me. I am not an attorney, and that's not what this is all about. But if you have bet on any of these teams, I would absolutely be downloading that information and keeping that. That's what I would be doing. Now, what is happening Like, how is this going down? Okay. What's happening is that Spell Dog said, can we get a list of teams? I'll be working on that 100%. Because here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that game, right, that's alleged to have been in impropriety. Now it can be any game. See what I'm saying? That's kind of how the feds work. Got one, got your rear end. And let me also tell you this real quick. The federal government, prosecutors, they have an 85% conviction rate. Do you know why? Because you're already toast. When these indictments come out, they've already had you for months. People flipping. And I'll walk through exactly how this is happening, what they're doing, literally. Okay. But you need to know as a sports bettor that you do have rights, and there is an expectation that these games are to be on the up and up. I guarantee you, these sports books, their legal teams are sweating. This ain't good. It's not good for business. It's not good for sports book. It's not good for this page. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for anybody. Now, there's also, you're going to see people who come out, and I'm not coming at anybody, but you're going to see people who, like, it, you know, they have a bad game. Oh, this was fixed. No, man, it don't mean that. That's not what we're saying here. However, you do have rights. All right. And again, there might be some people saying, hey, you know, 5, 10, 20 bucks, whatever. Hey, this stuff adds up. But there's some people out here that have bet real money. And look, $5 is real money. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, you have rights here. All right. So how is it happening? So essentially, it would be, let's say me, I'll use me as the guilty party here. Okay. I approach a player, say at point guard, say, hey, man, look, you convince him why he needs the money. Okay. Here's $10,000 in your cash in your hand right now, right? We're not saying you have to lose the game. Just knock a few points off, though. Okay. And then they go and they do it. And that's exactly how this is happening. Now, how do the feds and everybody find out? Why? Because if I came to that person, that player, and said, hey, I need you to shave a couple points because I'm going to be betting this, make sure that happens. Not saying you have to lose, right? Just don't cover. He does it. Well, guess what? Me making the money off of it. No, I'm coming back. We're doing this 10 more times. And then the person does it probably one more time. Hates it, hates the feeling of it because obviously. And then they call the feds. And everyone starts telling. That's how it happens. Right? So what we were talking about, look, and I didn't mean to get hostile yesterday, but this has been coming. And it's not good for sports betting. It's not good for the leagues. It's not good for anyone. And let me say this, what I just described, like that scenario, that's been happening for 80 years, man. Longer than that. So I don't, this isn't about like, hey, let's blame sports betting on picks. No. And it's not happening everywhere. But the thing is this. It's happening in college. Now, I'm sure it's happening in the pros, but you know, if I were going to get to a starting point guard in the NBA, dude, that guy's making $170 million. What am I going to offer him? You know what I mean? Jared said he didn't get no sleep, but AB was spot on the next day of this drop. I still got sources at CBS on the news side, baby. Yeah. So it's hard to get to it's going to be tough to get to an NBA player, but do you know who you would get to? The refs. It's already happened with Tim Donaghy, right? Now, this isn't an indictment on the NBA. That's not what I'm doing. It's not what I'm saying. And it's not an indictment on all sports. It's certainly not. Nor is it an indictment on the industry of sports betting. Certainly not. However, this is going on and it's happening. And again, look in college baseball. We saw that. Yeah, well, college baseball might be one of the biggest things to look at this year. They aren't getting those big NIL deals. Exactly right. Right? Because if I'm a mafia guy and I came to an NBA player, again, he's on a $45 million contract a year. What am I going to offer him at a dinner table quietly? 10,000? He's like, what? Nah, dog. But a ref would. And again, not coming at the NBA, but what I'm saying is that this is something that's out there. And as a sports bettor, you do have rights and protections. I assure you, there are going to be class action lawsuits. And there will be other ones too. I would be downloading my betting information, right? We'll get a list. All right, because we need to identify teams, and we're going to identify it by teams in the year. And if you bet on that team any time of that year, dispute it or download your information first off the books, because remember, essentially, it's going to be the books that people come after. They will delete, download your history here. Okay. And number two, I would be disputing any of these bets if it involved any of these teams that are listed and the teams they were playing against. That's fair game too. Now, again, I don't have a vendetta against sports books. I don't. But I'm a sports bettor, and this was really setting me off yesterday. And I am not above getting my money back and then some on all of it. Yeah, DFS too. Now, again, this show is not made for ambulance chasing. And again, I don't even like using that term. You get what I'm saying, right? That's not what this is about. But it is about. Yeah, Jared, they use the word entertainment as a way to think rigging is a fair process when people are using their hard-earned money needs to be addressed across all sports. This is about to address it. And that's why we're talking about this. So again, I am not a lawyer. Do not pretend to be, ever. But I can speak from just a programming perspective, right, of doing the steps. If it's worth it to you, because everybody bets different amounts of money. I wasn't happy yesterday. You know what I mean? I'm sure you're not either. Yeah. So, yep. Zach, what if you dispute the losses and they will automatically dispute the wins? You'll end up owing the books money. Make them do it. Sites. Where's Chief Counselor Sia? I know. I know. They should have had him on CBS as the clip. I love Sia so much. Oh, that guy's awesome. In every way. He's fantastic, man. Just the nicest guy ever. So again, I didn't want this show is hopefully it wasn't complaining at all. I don't know. I mean, this is not new. Like, this has been going on forever. But it's something. And the fact that the DOJ, again, they have an 85% conviction rate for a reason. And here's how the feds work. Okay? Here's how the feds work. This is why they're so good. When an indictment comes out, that's not, hey, we're going to investigate you. That means, hey, we've got you completely by the buns. And people have flipped. Okay? And then they flip you. And they tell you, we will send you to federal prison for 10 years and fine you $1 million, or you can flip on the person above you. The feds don't play. The fact that, and a shout out to whoever names these federal cases, like when they named it Varsity Blues, what a name. The feds always nail it on the names. Always nail it. Batty boy, watch the Netflix show Bad Sport. There's an episode on Headache Smith's point shaving scandal at Arizona State in the 90s. Really good. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you this. Do you guys know Michael Francis? Former Italian-American mafia guy. Well, not former. Well, I guess former. Either way, he talks about this a lot on his channel. I'll find it and link it. I don't want to clip and like take like their content, you know what I mean? Get them the views. Not that he's concerned about that. He does fine. But he talks about exactly this. Literally being involved in this in the 80s. Right? So, yeah. Yeah, Tizzle, you're right. The fans don't play. So, yeah, we can cut it there. I just wanted to bring this up because unfortunately, it's now something that we have to discuss. Matt. Yeah, that's the other thing is that I also see people say, well, I don't trust the federal prosecutors either. Yeah, this country's in a crazy place. But no, as a sports bettor, you have rights. I don't know what they are. I'm not smart enough for that. I'll tell you what, we're gonna have to find a specific type of lawyer for this. Yeah, Tizzle, didn't Alabama baseball get the whole state betting shut down? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm telling you, like, it's college sports. And again, I love college sports. I'm not coming at them. But it's something that we literally have to discuss now because it's affecting money. Tony, I can neither confirm nor deny. Zach, I bet each of these teams so many times. Feds probably looked at my account and laughed. Bro, you're going to get called into court. Your Honor, we found the person that lost the most money on all of these games, right? that would be my luck, you know? You're like, oh my gosh. Please don't label this on me. Oh my God. Yeah, Zach's on a watch list now. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll get out of here. But yeah, different kind of show today. I know. Apologies for anybody that came looking for picks. Our ACC and Mountain West. We're not playing tonight. We have, I think, one Mountain West game tomorrow. So yeah. Anyways. All right. We'll be live tomorrow, Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern normal time. But until then, everybody, best of luck. Let's cash these tickets, and we will see you soon. Thanks.
Who's got it better than us?